Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into something that will honestly blow your mind. Imagine this. In today's world, building even a small home can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the Amish, they manage to build strong, durable, and beautiful homes for under $50,000.
Managing the cooking.
And here's the crazy part. These homes aren't just cheap, they're built to last for generations. No high-tech machines, no modern gadgets, and no expensive building materials. Just simple methods, timeless craftsmanship, and a lifestyle that focuses on quality over luxury. In this video, we're going to explore the unique philosophy behind Amish home building, the simple materials and old-fashioned techniques that make their homes so long-lasting, and how you can take inspiration from the Amish to save money, live smarter, and maybe even build a home that stands the test of time. So stick around until the end, because this topic is not only fascinating, it might completely change the way you think about what makes a house truly durable. History and philosophy of Amish homes. When we talk about Amish homes, you can't just look at the buildings themselves. We have to understand the history and philosophy that shaped them. Because to the Amish, a home isn't just a shelter, a reflection of their faith, their values, and their way of life. The Amish community traces its roots back to the late 1600s in Europe. They were part of a Christian movement that believed in simplicity, humility, and separation from the modern world. When they migrated to North America, mainly Pennsylvania and the Midwest, they brought with them these same beliefs, still shape the way they build their homes today. One of the most important ideas in Amish culture is Gelassenheit. It's a German word that roughly means submission, humility, and letting go of selfishness. For the Amish, this concept applies to everything: the clothes they wear, the way they travel, the jobs they choose, and yes, even the homes they build. Instead of chasing luxury or showing off wealth, their houses are designed to be modest, functional, and practical. Walk into a typical Amish home, and you'll notice a few things right away. No flashy designs, no unnecessary extras, and absolutely no dependence on modern technology. Their homes are simple, but efficient, built to serve the family and community. It's not to impress outsiders. Another key principle is community. The Amish believe that everything they do should strengthen their group and their faith. That's why you'll often hear about barn raisings or house raisings. These are community events where dozens of men and women gather to build a structure in just a few days. It's not just about construction. It's about fellowship, teamwork, and reinforcing the idea that everyone is responsible for each other. Imagine how much money and time is saved when you don't need to hire contractors, architects, or construction crews. The community itself becomes the workforce. Amish homes also reflect their belief in self-sufficiency. The Amish avoid relying on the government, corporations, or modern systems as much as possible. That means their houses are often designed to operate without electricity from the grid, without running water systems provided by the city, and without modern HVAC units. Instead, they use wood-burning stoves, natural ventilation, wells, and hand-built systems that cost very little but work reliably. The philosophy extends to durability as well. An Amish family doesn't think about a home as something they'll flip in a few years. They see it as a multi-generational investment. A house must be strong enough to last for children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren. This mindset pushes them to use heavy-duty wood, sturdy frames, and designs that resist weather and wear. Instead of focusing on speed or convenience, they focus on building something that endures. But perhaps the most striking thing about Amish philosophy is how it challenges modern society's assumptions. Today, many people see bigger as better. Bigger home, more rooms, more expensive appliances. The Amish reject that idea completely. For them, less is more. A smaller home means less money wasted, less time spent cleaning or maintaining, and more focus on family and faith. In short, the Amish philosophy of home building comes down to three core principles. #1, simplicity, build only what you need. Nothing more. #2, community, rely on each other. It's not on outside systems. #3's durability, make it strong enough to last generations. And these values, rooted in centuries of tradition, are what allow the Amish to build homes that cost under $50,000. but can outlast many modern houses that cost 10 times more. Reclaimed and salvaged wood. One of the most well-known Amish techniques is their use of reclaimed wood. Instead of walking into a hardware store and paying top dollar for new lumber, the Amish often recycle wood from old barns, warehouses, and even buildings that are being torn down. This practice has two huge advantages. It's cheap. Salvaged wood can cost a fraction of what new lumber costs, sometimes even free if you know where to look. It's durable. Old wood is often stronger because it was harvested decades ago from old-growth forests. It means tighter grain and greater strength than much of today's fast-grown lumber. Imagine the savings when an entire frame of a house can be built from recycled beams and planks. Plus, it gives the home a rustic, authentic look that modern builders actually try to copy with. Expensive faux finishes. Local sawmills and community mills. When the Amish do buy new lumber, they rarely buy it from big box stores. Instead, they cut out the middleman by going directly to small local sawmills, often owned by Amish families themselves. By doing so, they get bulk lumber at wholesale prices, and they avoid the transportation and retail markup that makes regular lumber so expensive. For example, a set of beams that might cost $4,000 at a large supplier could be bought for less than half that. From a local sawmill, it's over an entire home. That kind of saving easily cuts thousands off the total bill. Minimal use of modern materials. Here's where Amish homes really differ from ours. They don't overuse expensive materials like concrete, steel, or synthetic siding. Instead, they stick to basics: wood, stone, and simple roofing. Foundations are often concrete slabs or crawl spaces, not full basements. This saves tens of thousands in excavation and concrete costs. Roofs are typically metal or shingle. The designs are simple, no fancy angles, skylights, or complex trusses. Walls are built with wood framing and siding, no expensive composites or high-end finishes. By stripping away the extras, they focus on what's necessary: strength, insulation, and weather resistance. Handcrafted windows and doors. Another secret. Many Amish communities build their own windows and doors. While modern homeowners might spend $10,000 or more just on windows, the Amish make functional wooden frames with simple glass panes for a fraction of the cost. These aren't the flashy, triple-glazed windows advertised on TV, but they get the job done. And because they're made locally, the money stays within the community instead of flowing to big corporations. Furniture as part of the build. Here's something most people don't think about. Amish carpenters don't just build the house, they also build the furniture inside it. Tables, chairs, cabinets, shelves, even wardrobes are often made from leftover lumber from the house itself. That means no expensive trips to furniture stores, no credit card bills, and no wasting money on particle board pieces that fall apart after a few years. Instead, every piece of furniture is solid wood. It's designed to last just as long as the home. Shared resources. Because the Amish live in close-knit communities, they're able to share tools and resources. Instead of every family buying their own expensive equipment, one or two families might own saws, planers, or horse-drawn wagons, and they share them during building projects. This dramatically reduces costs, because tools are one of the hidden expenses of construction. If you've ever tried a DIY project, you know how quickly the price of tools can add up. Amish avoid that by pooling resources and working together. Labor-free. Okay, this isn't exactly a material, but it's one of the biggest savings of all. Because the Amish rely on community barn-raising style labor. They cut out the single most expensive part of home building: contractors. In the United States, labor can easily account for 30 to 50% of a home's cost. The Amish don't pay for construction crews, architects, or engineers. Instead, skilled neighbors step in to frame walls, lay floors, and raise roofs. This means that the only major expenses are raw materials, not inflated wages or contractor fees. That's why an Amish home that might cost $250,000 in the modern world can be built for under $50,000 in theirs. Durability equals long-term savings. Another important point. Amish materials are chosen not just for costs but for durability. If you build a cheap modern home with low-quality materials, you'll end up paying thousands in repairs and replacements. Within a few years, the Amish avoid this trap. By using heavy timber, simple finishes, and strong foundations, they ensure that maintenance costs stay near zero. Over decades, that makes the home even cheaper compared to modern houses that constantly need upgrades. The barn raising method, if you've ever heard the phrase barn raising, it's not just about barns. It's a traditional Amish way of construction where the entire community comes together to build. Dozens of men, women, and even children take part. Within just a few days, they can frame and raise the entire structure of a house. This method has 3 advantages. Speed. With so many hands working at once, the basic framework goes up incredibly quickly. Precision. Since many Amish men are skilled carpenters from a young age, the quality of the craftsmanship is consistently high. Timber framing over stick framing, like most modern American houses, which are built with lightweight stick framing, many Amish homes use timber framing. This means using large, solid wooden beams that interlock with joints and wooden pegs, instead of relying heavily on nails or screws. Timber framing has been around for centuries and is known for its durability. It creates a sturdier skeleton for the home, one that can withstand storms, heavy snow, and even the test of time. While stick-framed houses might need major repairs after a few decades, timber-framed homes can last for centuries if maintained. And since Amish carpenters often mill their own beams, this method remains affordable even though it looks expensive to outsiders. Simple. Functional layouts. Another reason Amish homes are built so efficiently is because of their straightforward designs. You won't see overly complicated floor plans with winding hallways, 3-car garages, or cathedral ceilings. Instead, Amish houses typically follow rectangular or square layouts with simple room divisions. Why? Simple layouts mean less material waste, faster construction times, easier long-term maintenance, and let's be honest, function always comes first. The Amish build homes for families to live in, not for show. Every room has a purpose, and that purpose guides the design. Amish homes may look simple, but their design choices are actually very smart, and that's what makes them so durable. First, the layout is usually rectangular or square. That might sound plain, but it makes the house easier to build, cheaper to heat, and simpler to maintain. Inside, the focus is always on function. Big kitchens for family meals, modest bedrooms, and open gathering areas. Next, these homes are built to handle weather. Steep pitched roofs shed snow and rain, solid timber frames stand strong against storms, and raised foundations protect from moisture. It's practical engineering without the extra costs. Another key feature is natural light and airflow. Large windows reduce the need for electric lighting, while cross breezes keep the home cool in summer. It's eco-friendly and saves money long-term. Inside, Amish durability shines through. Hardwood floors, sturdy wood furniture, and simple finishes that are easy to repair. Nothing flashy, just materials that last for generations. Finally, these homes are often expandable. Families can add rooms or porches later instead of moving. It's making the design both flexible and affordable. In short, Amish homes prove that simple design equals strength, efficiency, and longevity. One of the most powerful secrets behind Amish home building isn't just the materials, it's the community. The Amish are famous for their barn-raising tradition. When a family needs a barn or even a house, dozens of neighbors show up to help. Skilled carpenters handle the framing, younger men provide the muscle, women prepare food for everyone, and elders oversee the process. In just a day or two, a structure is standing strong. This system eliminates one of the biggest costs in modern housing: labor. Instead of contractors charging thousands, the work is done for free, powered by reciprocity. When you help build your neighbor's home, they'll be there when it's your turn. But it's more than just construction. These events strengthen bonds, pass down skills, and create a sense of pride. The result is not only an affordable home, but also a community that literally builds itself stronger. When you compare Amish homes to modern ones, the difference is almost unbelievable. A typical new home in the U.S. costs well over $400,000, with a huge portion going to labor, complex designs, and high-end finishes. Even the simplest houses usually mean decades of mortgage debt. Amish homes, on the other hand, can be built for under $50,000. Why? No labor costs, neighbors build together. Designs are simple and efficient, materials are practical, not flashy. And because families pay as they go, there's no crushing debt. Ironically, Amish homes often last longer than modern ones. While many new builds rely on prefabricated parts that need repairs within 20 to 30 years, Amish craftsmanships, solid timber frames, metal roofs, hand-fitted joints stands the test of time. The bottom line, Amish homes prove you don't need massive debt for durability. Under $50,000, they're simpler, stronger, and financially freeing. And that's it for today's video on how the Amish build durable homes for under $50,000. Pretty inspiring, right? If you enjoyed this, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future content. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.